What is the SoundID Reference plugin? Basically, it's a plugin that corrects the calibration of your headphones. It also does do studio monitors, but mainly you will kind of want this when you're working with headphones. This could be either because you're working at night and you kind of make too much sound, or you're just on the road and obviously you don't have studio monitors to work with. So this plugin is great because what it does is that it collaborates your headphones to sound on an equal platform. So that means there's no highs of the high end or too much boost on the low end. This is perfect because when you're doing music production, you want the flattest EQ possible because you're making those adjustments yourself. What's great is that it has plenty of headphones. I have the Beyerdynamics DT999 Pro 250s. Those are the ones I use. And what's great is that they have just their studio regular ones. They have the Dolby Atmos match if you're working with Dolby Atmos with the headphones, and then you can do custom, and that's what I did on mine. Now personally, the reason I did custom is because I was personally trying to balance it out the way I would like my headphones. I thought on their reference of their preset, it was a little too much, a little boost of too much of the low end. I wanted to reduce it more because I work with dance music, so I don't need to hear more boom than I should. And then the highs, I lowered them a little down because on my headphones the highs are really pronounced, so I need to make sure I lower that as well. And this is the result. And what's great is that you can customize it from anywhere from the bell curve to the frequency to the gain and even the curvature. So this is a great plugin. It's a must especially if you're a music producer, because you never know when you're going to be working on the road or you're going to need to put headphones on, and you're just going to need to slap this plugin in on the master. Now, some additional things that it has that I do like, it actually has a switch where you can switch it to mono, which is great because you want to make sure, hey, if some of a sound or a VST is out of phase, that you can hear the out of phase when you switch to mono. So that's great as well. You can change the amount on right here. This is perfect because I actually did try to balance this out when I have it taken off, because obviously you don't want this SoundID Reference when you're working with your studio monitors unless you need the proper calibration and you buy the premium package with the mic. But if you don't, this is perfect because I was trying to balance it out to where the level of my studio monitors compared to when I have it in my headphones is equal, so it should translate pretty much seamlessly when I switch this off to my headphones to my studio monitors. What's also great is they have a safe headroom enable or disable, so a -6 dB. Personally, the reason I have this one turned off is because like I said, I matched it to where my studio monitors are. But they also have filter mixed in. They have a mixed, is personally the one I go with. They have 0 latency. That's more for recording purposes, I would say, and the linear phase is more meant for just other things, just to make sure you're not including distortion. But it has the cost of a higher latency, so if you don't have the most powerful laptop on you with the go, I say stick with the mixed. It's personally the best of both worlds. But that's the plugin for you. I would say go check it out. Go see for yourself. I believe they do have a demo available, but this is a must. Like I said, if you're working with headphones, it will save you so much time, because if you're doing a production and you accidentally boost the highs too much or the lows too low, and then you're gonna have to do more work when you get back into your proper studio monitors studio, it's just not gonna work out. It's just wasting time. So this is a must if you're working with headphones.